Every human being is born with an infinite potential buried deep within, a quiet light that waits for the right moment to rise. Healing is not just about mending the body, but awakening the soul, understanding that the scars we carry are not signs of weakness but marks of survival. Every wound holds a whisper, a lesson, a story of transformation that shapes who we are. When you begin to see your pain not as punishment but as a path, everything changes. Healing is the process of turning suffering into wisdom, fear into faith, and weakness into strength. Most of us spend our lives running away from pain, hiding from discomfort, trying to avoid the darkness inside us. But the truth is, the darkness is not your enemy. It is the soil where your roots grow. The deeper your roots go into your pain, the taller you rise towards your potential. Real healing begins when you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every failure is a teacher in disguise. It breaks you open so that more light can enter. Inside every human heart lies a power that can rebuild, recreate, and reinvent life from ashes. This is the miracle of human potential. You are not limited by your past. You are not defined by your wounds. You are not the sum of what happened to you. You are the sum of how you chose to rise from it. Healing begins the moment you choose to believe that you deserve peace. It doesn't require perfection. It requires patience, honesty, and surrender. True healing is not the absence of struggle. It's the presence of courage to face yourself, to feel deeply, to forgive, and to move forward even when you are trembling. There's a sacred strength that comes from surviving the storms of life. The broken heart becomes stronger when it learns to love again. The mind that has been lost in chaos finds peace when it learns to trust again. The body that has suffered finds light when it learns to rest in self-compassion. Healing is not something that happens to you, it is something that grows within you. It's not a destination but a journey back to yourself. We live in a world that often confuses healing with fixing. But you are not a problem to be fixed. You are a soul to be understood, a being to be loved. When you treat yourself with the same tenderness you offer others, when you speak to yourself with kindness instead of judgment, you begin to unlock the door to your highest potential. Self-love is the medicine. Acceptance is the key. Every time you forgive yourself for not knowing better before, you are healing. Every time you choose peace over chaos, compassion over anger, hope over despair, you are healing. And as you heal, you begin to see the world differently. You start noticing beauty in ordinary moments, meaning in small acts of kindness, light in unexpected places. You begin to feel alive again. Healing teaches you to slow down, to breathe, to listen to the whispers of your heart. You start realizing that you don't need to chase happiness, you need to nurture it within. The human potential expands in silence, in reflection, in moments of deep honesty. You were never meant to live numb. You were born to feel, to grow, to create, to love. Inside you, there's a power far greater than fear, stronger than doubt, and more resilient than pain. That power is your spirit, the divine energy that never gives up on you. When you connect with it, miracles happen. You start transforming from within. Old patterns begin to fall away. The weight you carried for years starts to dissolve. You begin to trust the flow of life again. Healing doesn't always mean things will go back to the way they were. It means you will move forward with more wisdom, more compassion, more awareness. You will begin to understand that everything you went through was not a detour, it was the way. Life never breaks you without reason. Every ending carries a beginning. Every fall carries the seed of flight. The universe is not against you, it is working for you, sculpting your spirit through experience. Sometimes, the pain that breaks you is the very thing that opens your heart to deeper love. Sometimes, the loss that empties your hands is the only way to make space for what's meant for you. The journey of healing begins when you stop running and start feeling. Allow yourself to cry, to rest, to breathe, to release. Tears are not weakness, they are the body's way of washing away what no longer belongs. Every breath is a chance to start again. Healing begins with presence. Right here, right now, in this moment, you are safe. The past cannot harm you anymore. The future has not yet arrived. All you have is this moment, and in this moment, you are alive, you are breathing, and that means there is still hope. Healing is a choice, sometimes a painful one. It asks you to let go of control, to surrender what you cannot change, and to trust what you cannot see. But the moment you surrender, you make space for grace. You make space for life to surprise you again. Human potential unfolds when we stop resisting life and start flowing with it. When we stop fighting what is and start trusting what could be. You are capable of more than you think. You are stronger than you feel. You are wiser than you know. The human spirit has crossed oceans, climbed mountains, survived wars, heartbreaks, losses, and still it rises. You too can rise. The universe created you with a purpose, to experience, to evolve, to expand. Every breath is a gift. Every heartbeat is a miracle. The fact that you are here, listening, feeling, breathing, is proof that you are meant for more. The potential inside you is infinite. You have the power to transform your pain into purpose, your wounds into wisdom, your fear into fuel. Every small step you take toward healing ignites that potential. Healing is not loud. It happens quietly, in the moments no one sees. When you choose to get up after being broken, when you decide to forgive someone who never apologized, when you keep believing even when you don't have all the answers. That is where the miracle begins. Life is not about avoiding pain, it's about learning how to rise above it. Every experience shapes you, molds you, strengthens you. You are being prepared for something greater. The pain you feel today might be the strength you need tomorrow. Don't rush your healing. Don't compare your journey. Flowers bloom at different times, and so do hearts. Healing takes time, but every moment spent in self-love is never wasted. Your scars tell your story, a story of courage, of resilience, of survival. Wear them proudly. They are proof that you did not give up. Healing teaches you that peace is not something you find, it's something you create within yourself. It's the calm that comes when you stop chasing and start allowing. When you stop fighting the storm and start dancing in the rain. You are not your pain. You are not your trauma. You are not your mistakes. You are the awareness that witnessed it all and still chose love. That is your power. The moment you realize you have always been whole, even when you felt broken, your life begins to change. Healing and human potential are two sides of the same coin. The more you heal, the more you expand. The more you expand, the more you become aligned with your higher self. You begin to realize that everything you were searching for outside, love, peace, purpose, has been within you all along. Healing is remembering who you truly are. Beneath all the noise, the fear, the pain, there is a quiet truth: you are light. You are energy. You are divine. You are meant to shine. Even when life gets heavy, even when you doubt yourself, even when you fall, remember that every fall is a step in the dance of life. You are still moving forward. You are still growing. The universe is not finished with you yet. You are still unfolding. Every sunrise brings a new chance to begin again. Healing does not erase the past, it transforms the way you see it. What once felt like a curse becomes a blessing. What once broke you becomes your power. You realize that without the dark, you would have never discovered your light. Without pain, you would have never discovered your strength. Without loss, you would have never discovered gratitude. This is the beauty of being human. We fall, we rise, we heal, we evolve. That is the rhythm of existence. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Every breath, every heartbeat, every tear, every smile, it's all part of the sacred journey of becoming who you are meant to be. Healing is not about becoming someone new, it's about remembering the power you always had. When you embrace your humanity, your flaws, your fears, your feelings, you step into your divinity. You start living, not just surviving. You start creating, not just existing. You start becoming the fullest expression of your soul. That is your human potential, to be awake, alive, and free. So breathe deeply, forgive freely, love fiercely, and trust that no matter how dark the night, the dawn will always come. Healing is happening, even when you can't see it. Growth is happening, even when you can't feel it. You are becoming, even when you don't realize it. The light inside you is rising, slowly, steadily, beautifully. And this is only the beginning.